Welcome back to our Life Force Nation podcast. I trust everyone had a wonderful holiday. Even though we just had a fake New Year, we will be talking about 2026 and the great reveal, where I'm going to be sharing what this next era is really about energetically, economically, and spiritually, and then how to align with everything that's unfolding right now. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Rumble channel. If you would like to be a member of Life Force Nation, because I know we have new people here, because the link is shared with friends, and we love when the Life Force Nation podcast link on Mondays is shared with friends. It's so great. And so if there's someone here that would like to become a free member, that would be wonderful. You can go to our website, lifeforcenation.ca. We've got a lot of fabulous goodies there once you become a member. And we also have our private member. Actually, I'm going to just share the screen. So on the very top of the screen, you can see where it says home and then about, and then we've got health. You click on there, that takes you to Esther's amazing website, mine myself. We've got our course link here if you want to check out our courses. We've got our podcast replay at the top menu bar. I get a lot of emails every month asking, Karen, is the podcast going to have a replay? And I'm here to say yes. Our podcasts are always uploaded to our YouTube channel or to our Rumble channel. And if you go to our website, if you're not able to be here live and you need to watch the replay, please go to our lifeforcenation.ca website. And at the top of the bar there, you'll see podcast replay. Just click on there and you can either go to Rumble or to our YouTube channel. And then we've got shop here, which you can go to t-shirts and hoodies. Oh, I didn't really mean to go on there. I just wanted to show you the button because my hoodie that I'm wearing, which I'll showcase in a moment, is from our shop. And then we've got the barter potluck here. We've got private members. If you want to become a private member, you can just click on there. And of course, private members, if they want to discover where the replays are for our private member Tuesday meetings, you can click on here as well. And scrolling down, yes, of course, we were Life Force Canada. Seems like a long time ago now, doesn't it? We've got our Buckminster Fuller's quote still there. We highly recommend Buckminster Fuller's wisdom. And of course, truth is always calm. Sovereignty of the people is unalienable. And again, we've got two member options, free member, and then of course our private member. You can click on that button. You'll actually receive the Sovereignty Activation Manual. It is what our members are actually going through 3 Tuesdays a month. Really, really powerful. Everyone loves the activation manual. It's incredible. The reason why I wanted to go on here was another reminder in regards to our barter potluck. I still have to update this page. This is really important moving forward. It just states here, a barter potluck is a simple and local way to rebuild trust, belonging, and community resilience, starting with those right in front of you. It's a monthly gathering where you share homemade potluck meal, exchange items or skills, and build lasting community through generosity and trust. And then we go into why community matters now more than ever. We go into who this is for. It's not a place where it's not a political organization. It's not a business networking event, charity model, etc. This is where you just invite friends, and it's really all about coming together and practicing the whole act of barter. We need to start practicing, and this is a great way to practice barter. 100%. We got the whole digital ID coming forward. So we need to really just come together in our community. And you can start with four friends. You can start with four and then just build every month. This is what we did here in Calgary. I actually I think we had 16 here at my home. I actually have a vegetarian potluck and alcohol free because that's what I do. But you are welcome to have any kind of potluck you want. I do believe Esther's going to be having a birthday potluck.
Yes, Bill and I are planning to open our home in Surrey, BC. So if you're anywhere in the Lower Mainland, absolutely feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my direct contact in the chat again. And I know that the Equity 101 course that Erin is teaching is that day, but it will be well over by about 2 o'clock BC time. So that should give us enough time to rest, to prepare, to do whatever it is that we need to do. So our plan is to have it on January 31st. I know Dale Ann has said she wants to be absolutely involved in this. So Dale Ann lets you and me talk. But if you are in the Lower Mainland or visiting in the Lower Mainland and want to join in, reach out to me by phone or text, and we'd love to have you along. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Esther. Appreciate it. It'll be fun. I know that. And you are an amazing chef as well. Thank you, Karen Hannah, for putting the link in the chat. Really appreciate it. And thank you, Esther, for bringing Erin's course up. Yes, mark your calendar, everyone. This is going to be an amazing course. Equity 101 with Erin Johnston, January 31st on Saturday. Again, if you want to learn more about our courses, go to the website and click on courses. That's where you're going to find them. I'm also going to be adding another awesome course, and that's going to be for February 21st, I do believe it is. We're going to have a man, his name is Pierre. He actually came to my home and he's talking about Paraguay. But not only that, he's talking about Bitcoin because what they're doing, and he's just using Paraguay as an example, is that investing in real estate in another country, you can actually use Bitcoin to invest. So he's going to be talking a little bit about that. He's going to be talking about, how to, well, what Bitcoin is, just the different aspects of Bitcoin and the potential moving forward as well. So that's going to be a really interesting course to observe. Okay, and we'll get more details to you. I'm going to be introducing him to Esther and Karen this week or next week as well. So yeah. Okay. I think I had something else I wanted to share. Oh yeah. My hoodie. You can actually buy this on our website. Truth is always calm. Isn't it beautiful? I wear this every day. Yeah, so I'm just plugging the hoodie. It's amazing. It's so soft and comfortable. And even though I'm thin, I wear a large because I love large hoodies and just it's that comfort zone. Okay, if you've been sensing that something massive is coming and you're ready to be ahead of it, not catching up after, this is for you, the topic that I'm sharing this evening. We all know something extraordinary is happening, right? How many of you are excited about 2026? How many of you are excited in the chat? How many of you, yes, Esther, exactly. How many of you are excited about 2026 and beyond? How many of you are a little bit stressed, a little bit fearful? And just be honest where you're at. Look at all the yeses. Yes, Sherry, it's beautiful. Rhonda, 100%. Excellent. Yes, good. Because 2026 is It's not just another year. I mean, yes, I know it's a 1 year in regards to the 9 year cycle and all that, but it is so much more than that as well. It's a frequency shift. Hello, living in the freedom frequency. I have arrived finally. It's the moment the collective starts seeing what we've seen for a very long time. The collective is going to start seeing what's been hidden in plain sight. So that is very, very exciting. Christine writes, I've been waiting for the big year since the winter 2020. Yes. Could it finally be here? Absolutely, Christine. Absolutely. This is really about everything that's been hidden in plain sight. So this is about the power, uh, the corruption, the manipulation, all of it. And not just that, it is really about men and women allowing themselves to see the truth, not just having their head in the sand anymore, allowing themselves to say, oh my, okay, I'm ready to see it, even though it doesn't make me feel good inside. Oh, I'm going to breathe through it and observe and allow myself to see because that is what we need right now more than ever. I'm calling it the great reveal because it's not about something new arriving. We've already had the great awakening. It's about what's always been here, just finally becoming visible, right? The blinders are just being taken off, kind of thing. And yes, again, our community here has been preparing for this for a long time, right? We've been talking about dismantling the old systems, questioning our identity. We've been purging patterns, and we're really listening to our sovereignty, our inner authority, instead of that external noise. What I'm going to be walking you through today is, as you can see on my new board, I'm very excited about my new board. Thank you, Claire, for putting it up. For some reason, I'm closer on the camera and the replay than I am here. But I'll be going through this anyways. This is going to be touching on, of course, your inner authority. The number one is the collapse of false power. Yay. The inner authority, time, money, systems, relationships, sovereign man and woman. You're in there. And then, of course, creation. Okay. Now, there's a lot of information that I'll be sharing with you. And if anything lands for you or you get an aha moment or it resonates, just put in the chat. Okay. Finally, power is going to be changing form here. For centuries, power has been held through external control, as we know. The systems, right? We've talked about all the systems that are below the line. We got the legal system, we got the financial, banking, we got the court system, which is legal, which is the same thing as a bank. We've got the education system. We got media, and all of these systems have been gatekeepers, and authority has been centralized. And it's all been about titles and positions and platforms. Thank you, Laura. Health system. And of course, all of these systems here, okay, are all created to keep us in below the line in fear-based programming. Now, I'm not talking about the people in the systems. I'm talking about the head of the snake at the top, right? And of course, there's a lot of, you know, psychopaths that are in all throughout in leadership here, okay? And yes, there is a lot of hearts that are activating. There are a lot of souls that are going to be activated and have been activated. So we have the NPC, right? Non-player character. And then we have activated souls. You are all activated souls. More people, more persons are going to be activated to become, to step into the living world and the living man, living woman, right into their sovereignty. Oh, thank you, Larry. Yes. Religion, 100%. You guys keep me on track. Yay. Then we've got these activated souls, and that's why 2026 is very powerful time right now because more people are going to be looking for answers. And they're, yes, a lot of them will be looking to religion, but again, I think that religion is a lot of people are seeing through the blinders are being taken off in religion as well. The spell is breaking. This is not going to be through revolution or rebellion or anything like that or chaos. This is all going to be through exposure. Everything is going to be exposed. All of these that demanded obedience no longer is going to carry any weight because people can really feel distortion. Oh, yes, Dawn, thank you. Politics. How did I forget that? Thank you. Political. So we're just going to be not participating anymore in any of these systems. It's it's going to be so fun to watch. We're going to see all of this unraveling across leadership and the education, healthcare as we move forward. What's happening is because it's all about frequency, right? It's all about energy. And because more and more of humanity is going to be spiraling up and living in the realm of perspective, they're going to have a higher perspective. And they're waking up to who they truly are. So their authority below the line is going to now feel really hollow. So the collective nervous system, it's simply going to stop responding. How many of you are excited about that? The collective nervous system is going to simply stop responding, right? That's anxiety. That's that collective nervous system, that's stress. That's what we're all tuned into energetically. And that's going to just cut. Okay? So that's very exciting. And this is not the collapse of order, it's a collapse of false legitimacy. External power that relied on secrecy, right? The secret societies, they relied on scarcity. They relied on intimidation. What else did they rely on in the chat? People no longer need proof or permission to disengage. A lot of people are just not voting anymore. And the whole tax realm is that's a whole other, what is it? House of cards. People are starting to see through all these systems. Exactly, Christina. Mind control, 100%. Yes. Propaganda, absolutely. These structures were never self-powered, right? They were fed on our belief system. All beliefs kept our beliefs created through programming, through media, through the television, right? Through the movies and the television shows that we've been watching. It's like, oh, that's how reality works. Oh, okay, that's what we do as humans. And it's like, no, it's not what we do. Because again, right? It just creates separation and it creates the veils. All the television shows, the programming, the movies have just created the distortion field. so that we would forget who we are. So again, there's no uprising required. There's no enemy to fight. At Life Force Nation, we remind everyone that we are freedom lovers. We're not freedom fighters. Okay? And Kanika, we're letting go of the word hope because hope is actually below the line. It's about trust. We're moving into trust. And I get it. We've all been taught hope, and that's what these, especially the healthcare system, is like, oh, right. All the charities, hope. Hope has got a lot of doubt in it when you actually tune into their frequency. Yeah. So what replaces them is not fully known. I do believe that a lot of this we don't even need it anymore. It's just we don't even need it where we're going at all. We're going to be tuning into how to heal our bodies. We're going to be letting go of the idea of aging. It's like we're going to be tapping into our own spiritual gifts. But again, this is what we're teaching at Life Force Nation is really how to embody the truth of who we are, 100%. And once the shift happens, the false external power, it's not going to be able to recover because humanity is waking up, our consciousness is rising up. They are not going to be able to recover. That is the great reveal in motion, right? When systems don't fall because they're attacked, they're falling because they know they are no longer believed. There's like, I don't need drugs anymore. I got my own pharmacy inside of myself that I'm tuning into, right? We're tuning into our own body's intelligence. We're tuning into natural healthcare products, everything that is tuned into energy. That's where we're all going. And here's the gift. When these old power structures fall away, space is going to open up for real influence. There's going to be so much opportunity. This is a great time right now to just tune in to, what is my purpose? And purpose is not a job. Purpose is tuning in to your own soul's evolution as we're moving forward. And this is about if we're looking at action steps, this is about, checking in to where you're seeking permission out there in the world for anything. Practice saying no without justification. No, thank you. No, thank you. Do you want digital ID? No, thank you. And just trust that something else, source life is going to open up something amazing for all of us. Okay. I believe that the age of the guru is over. I believe the age of the guru has been over for a really, really long time. Because who knows more than anything? Who knows better than your own soul? Your soul, your higher self, your divine nature knows it all already. Okay? So the truth is, your intuition is the most advanced, if you want to call it technology. So every time you quiet, and I've been preaching this for a long time now, meditation, daily meditation is so key to claiming your inner authority. Because when you know who you are on the inside, no external authority, policy enforcer, judge, or anyone is going to have any energy over you whatsoever. So when you know who you are from the inside out, that is your divine intelligence. Yes, Bev, don't trust the experts. Exactly. So this year, that inner authority, that voice inside of you, it's going to start getting really loud. Okay? If you ignore it, okay, that's when tragedy, trauma, drama happens in our life. And so you don't need that. Just start listening to that inner authority. That's inner authority is going to be guiding you to wherever you need to go. It's that inner compass. And that inner compass has never been broken. It's always been there. We've just been tuned out from all the distortion in the field. So here's your beautiful heart, and your mind is an energy field, and you're thinking all these beautiful thoughts, and it goes out into the field, and your heart also sends out a frequency out into the field. And your field is full of every thought form, every belief, every knowing from within you and without. So if you don't know how to transmute your own energy field, then all the distortion from the outer world, from the collective, okay, it's going to be causing you distortion and chaos. Again, this is television, movies, right? When you go into a hospital and you go to visit someone, there's a lot of chaotic energies, distortion energy in the hospitals. You go into a lot of different places, Walmarts, etc., low frequency malls, etc. You're allowing all these energies to come in. So we need to learn how to clear out our energy field. And this is what I'm doing in our private member group. It's very exciting, 2026. Very powerful. So we're learning to move with clean energy. Clean energy is like no more pretending. You're no more hinting. Hint, hint. A lot of couples hint. Yeah, right? No more hinting. We are in integrity. We say what we need with respect, right? Truth is always calm. We say what we mean. We follow through. We're always in integrity. We're not about people pleasing anymore. We're anchoring into our own authority. Okay? This is about you beginning each day with a check-in. What am I doing from a place of truth versus obligation? Okay. Thank you, Karen. Yes, absolutely, Dawn. Our biofield, 100%. It's where the power is. And if we don't learn how to activate our own field, that's why they've been taking our loosh, taking our energy from us, because they didn't teach us about an energy field in school, did they? No, not at all. Okay, the great reveal, time. The old model of success told us that time is scarce. How many of you have ever said, "Oh, I don't have enough time. Don't have enough time." That's a lie. That's a big lie. We've been told that we have to grind, right? We have to schedule everything. We have to hustle to earn our place in this realm. This realm is our domain. We were never meant to earn money for food, for shelter, right? 2026 is really going to reveal something very exciting. I've experienced it many times. You probably have experienced it. How many of you experienced before that time is actually elastic? So time, it all, depending on your thoughts, it will either constrict or it will expand depending on what you are believing about time. So here today, you are deleting the idea that there is anything that is true about constriction. Time bends with those who are in alignment. Time doesn't rule consciousness. Consciousness is what shapes time. Your awareness, you get to shape time. If you've heard my story on YouTube in regards to me going to the airport, I only had an hour and it should have taken an hour and a half or an hour 45 minutes. So I was able to expand time. We all have this power. When you're in integrity, one inspired action can create the momentum of an entire month of effort. That's why I can do on my to-do list. I call it my to-be list. That's why I can do so much because I work in a different frequency than most people do. And then I still have time to visit my friends, go traveling, and do what I do. We all have this capacity. It's just we need to delete the idea that there is constriction. I don't have enough time. We need to delete that phrase. Okay? Say this with me out loud. We are leaders in this new era as time benders. I am a time bender. You're not racing the clock anymore. You are tuned in. Time is not our enemy. It's only a creation. God did not create time. Okay, our creator did not create time. It's only a creation within the simulation. So replace time-based goals with frequency-based intentions as we go forward. The next one, money. Now, I'm not referring to fake fiat money here. I'm referring to currency, right? And money as a currency, as an energy. And money is changing frequency as well as we're moving forward. The old paradigm of scarcity, again, that was everything below the line that we were taught from all of these systems, that money is scarce, that there's lack. And this is not true. We live in an abundant universe. And prosperity is the true reality. And it's knowing that money, like the currency of it, the currency of money carries information. So when you receive money, it's feedback from the universe saying this frequency feels clean because there's no scarcity, lack, right? When you struggle, it's not punishment. It's just a signal that you are just out of alignment. Okay. And as you begin to witness the giving and the receiving of money and how you are with money, it's going to become so crystal clear in 2026 and beyond. We're really going to be working with our money issues in 2026 to free ourselves because we are all here divinely timed to be in our prosperity now. There is no more excuses anymore. So this year we stopped treating money as a master and you just start partnering with money. Money is not a resource. It's not out there. Money is your environment. It's energy. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. It's not something that's over there. It's always wanting to experience you. Okay? And I'm not talking about the money again created by man. I'm talking about the true essence, the currency of prosperity. I believe we're going to see new forms of business structures that circular business structure. Remember this is like 2021, and I shared about a new community, and it was all circular with all the homes and businesses all together. It was beautiful. And I see more heart-led wealth creations moving forward as well. And those who understand how to hold energetic integrity with money are going to be the ones that thrive. We must have integrity with money. If we lie about our money situation, money's going to, I think I'm going to go over here instead. Okay. The money, it's the energy is right here. It wants to experience you. And 2026 is all about expansion. My word for 2026 is expansion. And I give that word to you, okay? Let's expand our reality. We were never meant to live small. We were meant to live big lives. 100%. Yes, it means of exchange. Sherry, great. Release poverty mentality from parents of depression era. Yes. This is where, in regards to action steps, replace I earn, because remember, we cast spells with our words. Earn is for the dead, right? We don't earn money. We, I receive, and we speak gratitude for every exchange. No matter if we are paying someone, putting money out there in the world, every time we pay for anything, we're always saying, yay, because that money then can come back to you tenfold when you are in gratitude. Number 5, the great reveal is systems. Yes, we all know this, as I mentioned, all the political, economic, even spiritual, right, as well, religion, all is going to be unraveling, and it really is. I don't know if you've seen on Instagram, Facebook, I think it's called The Original Black God. I highly recommend you check them out. It is where they are discovering that the Moors, the black nobility, the wealthy black nobility, were the ones who were the original people, not the First Nations of America, but it's the black nobility. And it is on fire, especially with the younger generation right now, on fire. So we're going to see tremendous transformation happening in the United States, all over the realm. It is just incredible. I find it very fascinating. Yes. Our outer world is going to be shaking up. And that is why building inner stability, right, with our inner authority is going to be so important. It's going to be important for all of us to stay grounded in truth amidst turbulence out there, because there's going to be turbulence out there. So please do not listen to anything that's going on out there, because it's got nothing to do with you. You just have your organic popcorn and just be an observer. Observer only, right? This is not a time to fear exposure. It's a time to welcome it, right? It's like, I welcome exposure. Let that be your sovereignty declaration. Okay? I welcome exposure. And again, make sure that you are just exposing yourself to moments, because I don't want to see you on the computer 24/7 either. You got to let go and go meditate. Okay? Eat healthy, go for walks, breathe, making sure that balance is there. It's going to be really, really important. We're just all shedding our illusions as we move forward. Everything is just being redesigned to what we need and what we don't need. This is where I'm going to be in the private members too. I'm teaching how to, it's nervous system mastery, right? Regulation. Regulation is the new power. Regulating our nervous system, the new power. Okay. I'm going to go into relationships here in a moment. Oh, yes, Larry. Yes. Yeah, we're discovering that the Moors are actually people from Africa. The black nobility are the ones that actually taught the Europeans how to be elegant and sophisticated. It's incredible what is coming out right now. It's just fascinating. Yes, Bev. Yes, they were the first settlers, and they are claiming America as being Egypt, as they were already here way before anyone was. All of the ancient, what is it? Putin just opened up a church in Russia, and it's been closed for decades apparently, and he just opened it up, and all the saints in this. It's like a museum, but all these massive paintings everywhere. It's all black nobility, black kings and queens. And yeah, it's just amazing. Incredible. Okay, we're going into relationships. I used to teach many, many years ago. It was a passion of mine, and it was the evolution of relationships. And there's a segment in the Together We Rise course that I teach, and it is the 5 cycles that all relationships move through, no matter who they are, men and women. We all move through those 5 cycles, even within ourselves as well. And I believe that this year, relationships become initiations. And I was talking about this decades ago, that relationships were not about procreation anymore. They were, I mean, still having babies, of course. However, relationships were always designed for a couple, right, to come together to initiate each other in their own divinity. Soul families right now are going to be uniting, reuniting. Old connections are going to be dissolving. So there's going to be a lot of letting go happening in regards to relationships, and it's going to be uncomfortable. There's a lot of grieving that's going to be occurring as well, and I go into that in the Together We Rise course. Lots of grieving. I refer to as an energetic reorganization that we are going to be experiencing more and more as we move forward. 2026 is going to demand radical transparency in how we connect with each other. You're going to be asked to release relationships that cannot meet your expansion. There is no excuses now for staying small. We cannot afford to stay small. We need to open up our heart and keep the heart open 24/7. All these systems below line have had us believe that love hurts, love causes pain, blah, blah, blah. No, the opposite. Closing the door to love is what causes pain. Love means truth. Partnership means growth. We're moving from codependency into co-evolution now. And again, I share really powerful tools on this in the Together We Rise online course. Good for you, Sherry. I know it's difficult. Yes, leaving a job where you're not respected, you're not seen, you're not being acknowledged. That's going to be happening to so many people, and it has been a lot since 2020. Yes, Megan, healthy relationships. And it's not about leaving people because they're bad, okay? It's because their frequency just no longer matches yours. It's as simple as that. You're not in alignment energetically anymore. And as we do this, as we say yes to creating conscious relationships, we're going to feel so much lighter and we're going to feel so much freer. And you're not going to have to convince anyone to love you. You're just going to know you're going to be in that space of, I want to learn through you because you're my mirror. You are me, I am you. And there's no separation. You're witnessing the face of God with each other. And it's also very exciting, the union of feminine and masculine energies in relationship as well. This is the divine masculine and the divine feminine rising up within ourselves. And when you are in your divine feminine and divine masculine, this is where you realize that true sovereignty was always yours because you were meant to wear the crown. Royalty out here in the external world, they hijacked the crown when the crown was always meant to be for you, but humanity wasn't awake and aware yet to who they truly are. That's why they can hijack, right? That's why they can manipulate because people were wearing the blinders. They had people believing in something that wasn't true. But now that we're just like, hey, we're claiming our inner authority, we're realizing the power of time that I've always, my divine inheritance is right here. Okay. We place the crown of glory on our heads, and only you can ever do this. This year is really going to mark the energetic rebalancing of the inner masculine and feminine energies. And I talk about this in the natural law, in the private members. Natural law, there's the law of gender. Every man and woman has masculine and feminine energy in them, and every woman has masculine and feminine energy in them, right? And feminine is intuition, receptivity, emotional intelligence. When they're in their divine feminine, not the wounded feminine or the wounded masculine, there's a very big difference here, right? It's the wounded masculine and the wounded feminine that have been below the line for hundreds and hundreds of years, right? That's why they've been able to do what they do. But now we're claiming our sovereignty, and so we're claiming our own crown. And again, masculine energy is focused, structure, action, right? So the masculine is learning to listen, and feminine energy is learning to co-create, right, with masculine. And this union is what's going to create the new earth. How exciting is that? Very exciting. Yes, Larry. Asking. We need to learn now how to lead from our divine nature, not from our wounds. And as we acknowledge that we are both human and divine, right? Divine humans, we're going to be ascending out of all of this mess that we've been in, that we've allowed, right? We've allowed it all. This whole realm is for our own awakening. All the enemies, perceived enemies out there, it's just for our own awakening. To see that there's nothing separate out there. Number 7 is the sovereign man, woman. It's who you are. I don't really need to go into that, right? But this to me is the next expression of humanity. And a sovereign woman or a sovereign man, I believe, is a remembered human. Like you are remembering who you truly are. So in my book, Living in the Freedom Frequency, I talk about the fallen angels And that's everything below the line in fear-based consciousness. And the remembered angel within you is the one that knows everything above the line is who you already are. Okay? We're all going to notice some increased sensitivity. I know I hear this all the time. Oh, I'm an empath and I'm taking it all on. Yeah, it's it's natural. It is just natural to feel everything and not to label it. That's what we have to stop doing is labeling because most energy is uncomfortable. Most energy is uncomfortable. I go throughout my day with uncomfortable energy because I feel everything because I am everything. You are everything. And when we stop judging it as right, wrong, good, or bad, then the energy begins to shift within ourselves. Okay? It's not, we're not seeing sensitivity as a weakness. We need to see it as a superpower. We need to stop complaining about it and see it as a superpower. Yes, Christina, we allowed it from our unconscious ignorance. Absolutely. Okay, again, sovereign man and woman does not wait for permission from the world to evolve. We are pioneers of consciousness, right? We are midway in a collective awakening. Every action, every step that you make every day. And I want to remind you too, and I forgot to mention this in regards to time, is that time is not linear. Like it's not 1, 2, 3, right? Time is not like, even if we look at, oh, this happened to me when I was a kid, and here I am at 15, and here I am at 25. This whole reality here is false, doesn't even exist. It's not true. Every moment, okay, if this is a moment right here, moment, that moment is not connected to that moment before. And this moment is not connected to this moment. Every moment is distinct within itself. And that's why a moment can change your whole trajectory of your life. You get this when I'm saying, okay, so if somebody has a negative moment, a 30-second moment could be your husband or your wife says, I want a divorce. That's a game-changing moment right there, right? You'd all agree? Game-changing moment. Or you're fired. That's a 30-second moment right there. Game-changing moment, okay? A lot of people get trapped in that one moment and they take that moment and have it affect them their whole entire lives in a negative way. And that keeps them below the line. I want you to see moments now where you're taking one moment and you're creating a quantum jump in the how you think about yourself. I am sovereign. That moment right there, poof, expand it out and live that. I am the authority of my life. I command all distortion be cleared from my energy field now with ease and grace. That's a moment. And you can make those moments and live them so that any negative moment is not living who you are. Okay, number 8, creation. Creation itself is evolving. How many of you are feeling that as well? Creation is evolving. The old way, right? When we were manifesting from effort, it's like, oh, I want a thing. Oh, I want a car. I have to go and get a job. I have to work 9 to 5, blah, 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 right? That is over with. It is obsolete, that whole model. Because in 2026, creation is revealing itself that everything happens through you, not from you. You're not the player. Excellent, Oleg. Every moment I own, every second I create. Yes. I love it. So I want you to remember that you're not a player in the field. You are the field itself. Every thought, every intention you have, it just ripples out into the quantum. And that's how we're shaping reality with the power of our thoughts. So when you embody this truth, you stop trying to manifest things. You become the conduit for your own soul expression because your soul's already been activated. And then creation is effortless. How many of you are noticing that creation right now is effortless? You think of something and blah, it just appears. How many of you have, I've shared this before, how many of you have Life and Teachings by Bart Spalding? There's 5 books. Highly recommend if you don't have it yet. Amazing, incredible, inspiring. They show you how to manifest bread just out of nothing. Everything is just being manifested just by thought alone. And they're reminding everyone it's the remembered human here. They're reminding everyone that these are the natural gifts that we have. And a lot of the experts in spirituality, the New Age movement, a lot of the leaders, they've been teaching, law of attraction, all of this. And 99% of the people are not getting anywhere. And it's because they are missing a lot of the truth by design, by design. The systems do not want people rising up and remembering their sovereignty. Yes, Larry, 2026 is a 1 year. It's a 1 year from a 9 year cycle. So whatever your intention is for 2026, that's why it's so powerful. Whatever your intention is for 2026, that's why I say expansion, because it sets you up for the next 9 years. And the great reveal here is that you've never been separate from Source, and you all know this already. You are Source experiencing itself through you, through your human experience, through your human story. The creator and the creation are one. This is where you wear the crown of glory here. Humanity's been wearing the crown of thorns, sacrificed. And we need to get that crown off and put the rightful crown on our head. Okay. Not that someone's better than anyone. Hierarchy gone. Hierarchy gone. Every soul is divinely glorious, divinely powerful. A beautiful expression of love. You are here to express the frequency of love through everything that you do in your business, in your creations, in your relationships. And the more you relax into your own essence, the more powerful life flows through you. It's amazing. You're gonna experience, you probably do already. Isn't it great when you're driving and you just go green light and a green light just appears, and then you're driving through another intersection and you go green light. There's another green light. And you're going into to get your groceries, and the parking stall just opens up right in front of the door. That's parking karma, right? This is how we are meant to live. Ease and grace. Law of least effort. Powerful. We move toward 2026. Remember this. The great reveal isn't coming to you. It is coming through you. Okay? You are the bridge. So let this be the year that you just stop waiting for the light, someone else to show up for you. You are here to start realizing that you are it. You are it. Thank you, Esther. Okay, everyone, close your eyes. There's a part of sovereignty where we can sometimes feel alone, and in our sovereignty, we can harden up if we're feeling alone. I want you to picture this right now, just in your imagination. Just feel that rigid armor around you. Like it's like your boundaries are like these brick walls. You feel isolated and you're trying to protect yourself. Just feel and think, I don't need anyone. Nothing gets to me. I'm protected. Nothing gets to me. I'm completely self-sufficient. I just want you to feel what that feels like. Can you feel that tightness? Can you feel that contraction? Can you feel the weight of that? That is the hardened sovereignty. And a lot of people in the decades behind us here are that. They've become hardened. So just take a deep breath in of life force energy and let go. Just let go. So now I want you to imagine sovereignty paired with remembrance, okay? Okay, this is embodying sovereignty. I want you to feel soft in your body without feeling weak. And I want you to feel open in your body without surrendering. I want you to feel your nervous system. So this is a remembered moment. You're creating a moment here, and we're going to expand that moment out. You're going to say to yourself, my nervous system is alive, responsive, and connected. I am open to expansiveness. I am living integrity. I am fully present and I'm fully remembering who I am. I now choose to place the crown of glory on my head, and just see yourself placing a crown on your head. It's beautiful. Just taking a deep breath in and just feeling that energy. I am sovereign. I'm reclaiming my divine feminine and masculine power now. And so it is. You can open your eyes. Yay. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Together we rise, everyone.